The next time your cat licks you, pay attention to what happens right after. Not the lick itself, what comes immediately after. Your cat will almost always sniff the exact spot they just licked, nose down, still, taking in whatever they just deposited on your skin. It lasts only a second, and then they move on as if nothing happened. Most owners who notice this assume it is just part of the grooming reflex, a habit with no particular meaning. Something cats do the way they do a lot of things, without any purpose a human would recognize. But that sequence, lick, then sniff, is one of the most deliberate things your cat does. And what they are checking for in that second after tells you exactly what the lick was actually for. Think about the last time your cat licked you. Where were you? Probably sitting still or lying down, relaxed enough that your cat felt comfortable climbing close. And your cat did not lick just anywhere. They licked a specific place. Your hand, your face, the top of your head, not randomly. That spot was chosen, and now think about whether your cat licks everyone in your home that way. A partner, children, visitors who stay the night. If you pay close attention, and most owners never do, you will notice your cat does not do this equally. There are people in your home your cat has never licked. Not once. And there are people they return to, the same spots, the same ritual, again and again. That difference is the whole story, because what your cat is doing when they lick you is not the same as what you think it is. It is older than affection, more specific than comfort. And once you understand what is actually happening in that moment, the gesture will never feel the same again. Cats groom each other. Most owners know this, but there is a specific type of grooming that happens between cats. When one cat licks another, they are not just cleaning them, they are doing something that has a physical result most people have never heard of. Inside your cat's mouth, along the lips and cheeks, there are glands that release a chemical signal every time your cat opens their mouth and makes contact with something. When your cat licks you, those glands deposit that signal directly onto your skin. It is invisible. It has no smell you can detect, but every cat that comes near you afterward can read it immediately. What it says is simple. This one is mine. Not mine in an aggressive sense. Mine in the way a cat claims a member of their group. A signal that says this person has been incorporated. They are part of the family unit. They carry our scent. They belong here. Think about what that means in practical terms. Your cat does not lick strangers, does not lick the delivery person who comes to the door once a month, does not lick the neighbor who stops by and tries to pet them. The chemical signal your cat deposits through licking is not something they apply casually or generously. It is reserved, specific, used only on the members of their group that they have decided are permanently theirs. Every time your cat has ever licked you, they were not expressing a passing feeling. They were performing a ritual that, in their world, has a very concrete function. They were making you smell like them, making you readable to other cats as someone who belongs to their group, making you, in the only language their biology knows how to use, officially part of the family. And the sniff that comes right after, that moment where they nose the spot they just licked, is your cat verifying the work, confirming the signal landed, checking that you now carry what they put there. Most owners spend years thinking their cat licks them because it feels good to the cat, or because they like the salt on human skin, or out of simple habit. All of those things may be partially true. But underneath all of it is something far more deliberate, a biological act of incorporation that your cat has been performing on you since the day they decided you were theirs to keep. There is something that happens between cats that almost never gets talked about in the context of what your cat does to you. When two cats who are bonded groom each other, they almost always focus on the same areas: the top of the head, the face, behind the ears, the back of the neck, not the legs, not the tail, not the parts of the body a cat can reach on their own without difficulty. The areas they groom on each other, the areas they cannot groom themselves. That is not coincidence. It is the point. The grooming goes where the cat cannot reach, filling in the gap, completing the coverage, doing for the other what the other cannot do alone. It is one of the clearest expressions of interdependence that exists between cats who have chosen each other. Now think about where your cat licks you. Almost certainly not your arm or your hand. Those are easy to reach. Your cat licks your face, your hair, the top of your head, the back of your neck when you are leaning forward, the same places they would lick another cat they had claimed as their own. Not because you have fur that needs cleaning, because the instinct does not distinguish between you and a member of their feline group. You have been placed in the same category, and the behavior follows. Pay attention to this. Cats who live in multi-cat households develop a consistent pattern of who licks whom, in which order, with what frequency. The cat that initiates grooming most often is almost always the one with the strongest bond to the other. Not the most dominant, the most connected. In your home, with you as the only other consistent presence your cat has chosen, you are at the top of that pattern. The licking is not random affection that happens to land on you. And the moment they stop is different from the moment you pull away. It is quieter, more settled, followed by a stillness that is not interrupted. That ending matters to them. Let it happen. The second thing is about where you position yourself. Cats lick most consistently when the person is still and at a level they can reach comfortably. Sitting, lying down, leaning forward. If you want your cat to feel the full safety of a ritual, make yourself easy to reach, not as a performance. Just by being physically accessible in the ordinary moments of your day, your cat will find the right time. They always do. And the third thing is about how you respond after. When your cat finishes licking you, do not immediately wipe the spot, not in front of them. From your cat's perspective, cleaning the area they just marked removes exactly what they put there. The signal they spent time depositing, gone in one swipe. Your cat cannot know why you did it, but if it happens consistently, the ritual starts to feel pointless. And a cat whose grooming goes nowhere eventually stops initiating it. You do not have to leave it forever. Just wait until your cat has moved away and is occupied with something else. Your cat has been marking you as theirs since the first time they decided you were worth claiming. Every lick was a renewal, the same statement made again, the same signal refreshed, the same quiet declaration that in the group your cat has built around themselves, you have a permanent place. They did not do it out of reflex. Every time it happened, something in your cat recognized you as worth the ritual, and they kept coming back to repeat it. Tell me in the comments, did you know about this before? Or did it change the way you think about every time your cat has ever licked you? I want to read it. And if you want to keep learning what your cat is actually doing in the moments that feel ordinary, subscribe. Almost nothing your cat does is without a specific reason. This is where those reasons live.